mean, I think the most important traits for a leader are number one, vision. So, and having that clarity
Hmm.
and being able to rally people behind that vision. So, I think that's one important area. I think the other is humanity, really being able to understand your people, how to motivate people, what the demotivators might be, what your blind spots might be, and being a bit introspective as well as celebrating yourself, but also taking a pause and stepping back and say, where can I learn? Where can I improve? And then I would say practical and being able to prioritize. You can't do all things at all times, and you need to make smart choices so that people feel like your vision is achievable and they know how to get there. And in terms of differing for men and women, I often think sometimes with women, there's a strong vision, there's a strong point of view. When that's expressed, it's often categorized as aggressive, overly pushy. In my case, I get strong or angry black woman. And I think that we need to stop allowing that storytelling to take place because I think women have the same rights to be passionate, which is a better way to describe their points of view and what they believe is right as men. And so that would be where I think sometimes that is misconstrued inappropriately.
I love it. That is a super, super, super important one.
Okay,
So I
good.
appreciate that. So, DE&I gets thrown out quite a lot, which is can be imagined quite frustrating when these are super, super important fundamental questions for us, I
Yes.
think, as a society.
Yes.
Right. So when you think about actions that you take personally or things that you're doing inside of your company to foster a more inclusive culture and a
Yes.
more diverse culture, what does that look like for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's so multifaceted. So, first and foremost, I think we talk about DEI a lot, but I really like to talk about it as a business imperative because it's really another strategy or way to win.
Hmm.
It's not this side thing that you do because it's right. You do it because you need to really represent the consumers and the customers that you want to attract. And so it's a business imperative. So I think reframing the conversation is really important and always tying it back to why we do it
Hmm.
is great. I think the other things that are important are really thinking through how you're going to be intentional about moving the needle. And when you want to move the needle, like what are you trying to accomplish? So, I take the time to think about my hiring practices and do I have a diverse pool of candidates to choose from? I'm always going to choose the best candidate, but if I don't get diversity into the choice set, I will never have diversity in my organization. So I spend a lot of time with my HR organization to make sure those candidate pools are diverse. I think one area that I spend a lot of time here lately on is that we often are thinking about the hiring, but then once someone gets in, how are you creating belonging? How are you checking in? How are you giving them the right support systems to make sure that they are successful? That's an area where I'm really trying to pair people with mentors. I'm trying to have the appropriate feedback loops so that I truly understand what's working and what's not. And ultimately, it's about making it a business action, just like I do everything else. When you put measures, when you are clear about what you want to achieve and you put measures and you have somebody holding you accountable, that's when things get done.
Sort of on the theme of looking at the human inside, which I think is what you're talking about, and the value of looking at the human inside for the sake of sustainable business success.
Yes.
Consumers are clearly demonstrating a preference for brands and companies that quote unquote do well by doing good, which again are not just words, right?
Yes.
They want to spend their money on goods and services that help protect the planet. They want to support businesses that hire and promote diverse workforces, companies that stand for something bigger than profit.
Yes.
How do brands pursue purpose authentically? And
Yes.
that authenticity can be an overused word, but it's actually a really important one.
Yeah, it's an important one. So I recently just came into the insurance category. I had been in CPG prior to that. And so it's interesting to me that you'll notice that our category communications, we all are really driving our communications through humor. And it's primarily because people don't want to think about the negative thing that happens when you need insurance or you want to use insurance. So we're using humor to really have people notice our brands or think of our brands and be top of mind. Well, when I think about what the insurance category does, when I think about you and I and all that we work for in our homes and our cars and our precious assets inside of our homes, my son is 15 years old. He's about to start driving. I want to make sure he's protected. There's so much meaning in what we do. And yet we have not really led by purpose communication, letting the world know why we exist and why we matter, and not just the insurance product, but really I call it the secret sauce behind Progressive. There is a lot of integrity, there's a lot of clarity in our pricing model and how we want to be fair and equitable. There's so much in the way we run our business, and why we exist is so that people can move forward and live fully and not be put out by a setback. And so I've just started to do some work really on crystallizing that purpose and then launching it out into the world. And it won't just be a communication, it'll be actions that we take in the communities, in the marketplaces, to show that we are about moving people forward and helping them to live fully. So I'm really excited about what you'll see in the years to come from Progressive.
I love that. I mean, it's really about embracing your purpose as a brand.
Absolutely.